If you're watching your teenager or young adult struggle right now, every fiber of your being is probably screaming at you to swoop in and fix it. But what if your rescue is actually robbing them of their resilience?
Welcome to the Parenting Heroes Path. I'm Kent, and this is Amy. Today we're talking about a counterintuitive shift that changes everything. How to move from being their constant rescuer to becoming a parenting hero who guides them through the storm without taking over. I'll never forget the day our son called us from London. This was still during COVID times, and there had been a couple of changes that had happened last minute. And so he ended up arriving in London a full day before the rest of us did. And we had done our best. We had made reservations for him to stay at a hotel near the airport. That place was supposed to have a shuttle that would pick him up at the airport and take him to the hotel. But of course, you guessed it, none of that worked. So he spent an hour or two walking around trying to find the shuttle. Then he spent another couple hours figuring out how he could actually walk to the place. He got there and they didn't have a reservation for him.
And he was an adult, but barely, I think 18 or 19.
18 or 19, yep. This is a while back. So they didn't even have any rooms available. It was just a big mess. So he's feeling super frustrated. He's at his wit's end, and he didn't know what to do.
Yeah.
Struggling hard. As a parent, sitting across an entire ocean, knowing your kid is stranded is a special kind of torture.
Yeah, so painful, so hard.
So hard, right?
Trying to just give him our best ideas. Okay, we'll call this place, we'll call this hotel. He goes there, and they're like, we don't know what you're talking about. He goes there, he tries another credit card. They're like, that doesn't work. Then he tries another one. It was crazy.
It was bonkers. Everything in me wanted to pull out my credit card, make the calls, and fix it for him. But in those moments, we face a critical choice.
Yeah.
We do. Are we going to step in and handle it for them? Or are we going to fill that space with grace and let them build the muscles they need to survive in the real world?
Yeah. If you've ever felt that exact panic, that desperate urge to rescue your child even when you know they need to grow, you're not alone. Hit the subscribe button and stick around, because today we are breaking down exactly how to transition from a stressed out fixer to a true parenting hero for your child.
This episode is all about a powerful tool we call creating growth space. When our kids face hard things, our natural instinct is to hover over them and to shower them with advice, with lectures, or with the immediate rescue, doing it for them.
We have so many good ideas.
I have so many good ideas. You have no idea how many good ideas I have. I have all the best ideas,
I know.
fact. But when we crowd them that way, when we penetrate and fill their space with all of our ideas, we're stifling their growth.
Yeah. So growth space means intentionally stepping back so your teenager has the room to process the mess, the permission to do their absolute best, and the opportunity to see what solutions they can come up with on their own. And when we stop handling the crisis for them, we give them the greatest gift a parent can offer, the chance to realize that they are capable of surviving hard things, even if they fail.
Awesome. So when we give our kids space, we're not abandoning them. It feels like it.
It sometimes does. Like when they're across the world.
When they're across an ocean.
In another country. And their doors are getting slammed all over for them.
Right. So we're not abandoning them. We're intentionally stepping back to see what they can come up with. It gives them the room to do three things they cannot do if we are consistently talking, if we're constantly crowding them out, if we're in there trying to do that rescue. It gives them room to process what is actually happening here, to calm the panic, figure it out. It gives them the room to try. What is my best shot with this?
Yeah.
Give it a shot.
So great.
Try. And then the room to innovate.
Yeah.
What can I come up with? And discover their own resilience, discover their gifts, discover their talents, discover their strengths, discover that they were more than they thought they were.
Yeah.
This is life-changing.
It's so great. Have you ever been with a friend or been with a coworker or even a boss, and you're talking with them about something that is a situation you're all facing, and the other person is just talking, and you feel like you can't even say anything? I wonder if sometimes that's how our children feel, because when I'm in that situation with someone else, it's like, well, I want to work on solving it too, but I can't even think about it because the other person is just fully doing everything.
Yeah.
So that's kind of what we're talking about here.
And in that case, why bother? Why waste the calories when mom's going to do it for me?
Right.
When dad's going to take care of it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so when your child is in that testing period and you are actively resisting the urge to rescue them, we want to give you 4 practical things that you want to do instead. The first is protect that space with encouragement.
Ooh.
So when they're spinning out, don't tell them how to fix it. Just validate their ability to handle it. You could say something like, "This is a really tough spot, but I trust your judgment. I'm right here, and I know you're going to figure this out."
I love it. So the second thing we can do is to let them ask the questions. Let them ask the questions first.
Yeah.
Let them ask questions before we spew and give them all of our best ideas, good ideas.
Yeah.
So we're going to give them room to process before we speak. If they call you in a panic, don't jump in with a 10-point plan. Listen, let there be silence, let them think. Wait until they specifically ask, "What do you think I should do?" before you offer us a single suggestion. And even when they do ask, "What do you think I should do?" we're not going to jump in and say, "Well, I'm glad you asked because here I have my 10-point plan that I have prepared for you. Here's all the things you're going to do." That's not what we're going to do either. What we're going to do instead is ask, "Cool, what have you thought about? What have you thought about trying?"
Yeah.
And then we're going to give a bit of counsel, a bit of advice, just little baby steps at a time.
Leading them.
Yes, leading them, helping them
Yeah.
to get moving again. Just enough to help them get moving again so they're back in the driver's seat. They're back owning it. We haven't taken over. They still own it, and they're still driving.
Yeah.
They still got it.
Yeah, so great. Okay, the third thing we're going to do is watch for their best effort. We're going to look past the current messy situation and focus on their potential. Your job as a parenting hero, our job when we want to give them this growth space, is to see them winning in this situation. It's to see beyond the mess that is here, to see up and over that, and to hold that vision for them. Because so often they can't see it.
Mm-hmm.
They are stuck in it. They can't see over this mountain. It's like a mountain's in front of them, or a big wall or a block or something. They can't see past it. And we may be struggling to see past it too, but that's part of what we're going to do. It's part of the action we're going to take. Instead of giving them our 10-point plan, we're going to do the work of seeing how they could get past it. We're not telling them about it. We're just doing it on our own. We're going to see how they could come out successful on the other side, or maybe just see that it's possible.
See that they're capable. See that they have the ability to figure it out.
Yeah.
And so we just hold on to that belief that they are capable, that they can figure it out.
Yeah. Yeah.
And as we see that in them, it helps them to see it for themselves, that they are capable, see themselves as capable.
And we could even write down some of these things that we're seeing. That's part of, we are also keeping ourselves busy so we are not so stressed and hovering over them. So that's why these steps are so important, because it gives us something that we can actually do. Because part of being in this place, like when I was across the ocean, it's like, oh my goodness, I can't even do anything. I can't. If I hop in the plane, like, it's going to already be the night. He'll be already sleeping with the homeless people on the streets of London. So it's giving steps that we can do that are going to be productive to protect that space for them.
So good.
Seeing having the vision to see, imagine them achieving, how they'll get past the struggle, or what it will look like when they've overcome it. And maybe we don't know the exact way they're going to do it. I don't know the hotel he was going to go to or how he was going to actually manage it, but just to see the next day that he was sleeping somewhere in a bed and that he was all right.
Cool. So the fourth step now is to move from directing to praying. So instead of micromanaging their next move, take all of that anxious energy that you were already feeling and pour it into prayer. Pray specifically that God gives that child the insight to see what they can come up with and the strength to execute it. Pray that you can feel peace and trust that everything will be okay.
Letting go of the savior complex is one of the hardest things as Christian parents we will ever do. But when we step back, we allow room for God to step in. And that's the identity shift of a parenting hero. We aren't there to keep our kids out of every storm. Oh, as much as I feel like there are a lot of times when I would say, no, I actually don't want them to go to any storm because it's painful and I don't want to see them in pain. But in reality, we know they're not going to learn if they don't go through hard things. We just want to be the anchor so that when the storm comes, they can navigate it basically on their own. They're going to have waves pour over them, but they're going to be able to face it on their own and learn and become in the process.
Yeah, for our son in that situation, there wasn't much that we could do, and he figured it out.
And in a lot of ways, that was super good. It forced us to step back.
It caused us to step back.
Because I think if we had been closer or if we could have done more, I think we would have, but it wouldn't have been good. He needed that.
And it was such a transformational experience for him because he figured it out. He was more than he thought he was.
Yeah.
He found a place to sleep. It was reasonable. And he met us back at the airport the next morning.
Yeah. Those are
next day.
Big things. And it was good. It was super good.
If you're in the middle of a family storm right now, you don't have to walk this alone. Join our Free Parenting Heroes community at the link below to get support from other parents on this same path. Let's take this next step together.